Okay, so let's solve some application problems using systems of equations. So what you're going to notice about these word problems that we haven't seen before is that there's going to be two things you don't know. Okay, so when there's more than one thing that you don't know, you need a system of equations. So this one, let's start. The cost of a ticket to the circus is $25 for children and $50 for adults. On a certain day, attendance at the circus is 2,000 people, and the total revenue is $70,000. How many children and how many adults bought tickets? So how many children and how many adults? That's what our variables are going to represent. X is going to be the number of children, and Y is going to be the number of adults. Since I have two variables or two things I need to find, I need two equations. So they tell me that in total 2,000 people came. So the kids plus the adults is 2,000 people. And then they tell me that the total money was $70,000. So remember, I make $25 for each kid that comes, and I make $50 for each adult that comes, and I want that to total $70,000. So this is my system of equations, and now I want to solve it. So my favorite method is to graph it. So I'm going to graph both of those two equations in Desmos. So I go to Desmos. I'm going to graph x plus y equals 2,000 and 25x plus 50y equals 70,000. Okay, I can't see it, so I have to zoom out until I can see it. So there's my two equations. So x plus y is 2,000. That's the equation in black. And then 25x plus 50y is 70,000. That's the equation in red. And I notice that they intersect right there at the point x equals 1,200 and y equals 800. Okay, so I put those in my calculator and I graphed those two equations. I had one that looked like this and one that looked like this. They crossed there at the point 1,200, 800. So x is 1,200 and y is 800. Remember, if your problem starts with words, your answer should have words in it. So remember that it's good that we wrote down what the variables represented, because now we know that 1,200 is how many kids attended. So 1,200 children attended, and 800 is how many adults attended. 800 adults attended. So on this particular day, 1,200 kids came, 800 adults came, that totals 2,000, and they made $70,000 off those tickets. All right, let's try again. A fast food restaurant has a cost of production to be 12x plus 30, and a revenue to be 20x. When does the company start to turn a profit? So you break even, this is called break even, if your cost equals your revenue. If you sell more than that, you make a profit. If you sell less than that, you lose money. So you want the cost function, 12x plus 30, to equal the revenue function, 20x. We can just solve this, right? Subtract 12x from both sides. 30 is 8x. Divide by 8. X is 30 divided by 8. $3.75. So the company turns a profit if they sell more than 3.75. And they lose money if they sell less than 3.75.